What if I told you that addiction can be stronger than fear, stronger than guilt, stronger than morality? What if I told you there was a woman who didn't steal for alcohol, didn't beg for it, didn't lie for it? She killed for it. Not once, not twice, but over and over again. Tonight on Crime Line, this is the chilling true story of a woman whose thirst for vodka turned elderly strangers into prey, and quiet apartments into crime scenes. And the most disturbing part, for nearly a decade, no one believed a woman could be capable of it. In the early 2000s, somewhere in a small Russian town where life moved slowly and routines rarely changed, lived a woman named Irina. She was in her early 30s when this story began. To her neighbors, Irina was unremarkable, not rich, not influential, not particularly memorable. But behind closed doors, Irina was fighting a battle she had already lost. She was a severe alcoholic. This wasn't casual drinking. This wasn't weekend binges. Irina drank every day. From morning to night, vodka was her drug of choice. Cheap, strong, and everywhere. It controlled her thoughts, her moods, action, and for years, someone else had been supporting that addiction. Her husband. But in 2002, the money stopped. And that's when everything changed. Irina's husband watched helplessly as their savings disappeared. Rent money, grocery money, emergency funds, all of it turned into vodka. Eventually, he made a decision that would unknowingly cost many lives. He cut her off. No more cash, no more alcohol money. He believed this would force her to stop drinking. Instead, it forced her to adapt. Irina wasn't going to quit. She was going to find another way. Irina didn't think like a criminal at first. She thought like an addict. She needed money. Quickly, quietly, and without resistance. She began watching people. Specifically, elderly women. Women who lived alone. Women who moved slowly. Women who trusted easily. Her first victim was spotted struggling with heavy shopping bags. Irina approached her gently, offered help, smiled. Kindness is the fastest way to lower a guard. The woman accepted. That single act of kindness would cost her life. The elderly woman invited Irina into her apartment to thank her. Inside the small, quiet home, everything seemed normal, until the woman turned her back. Irina picked up a vase and struck. Once. Then again. The woman collapsed. She later died from her injuries. Irina searched the apartment and found a small amount of cash, the equivalent of about $20. To most people, that's nothing. To Irina, it was vodka. She fled the scene. Police arrived. They investigated. But there were no witnesses. No forced entry. No clear suspects. The case went cold. And Irina learned the most dangerous lesson of all. She had gotten away with murder. And once someone realizes they can kill without consequences, they rarely stop. Irina didn't rush, se refine. She began watching elderly women for days, sometimes weeks. She learned their routines, confirmed they lived alone, noted when neighbors were gone. Then she approached them. Sometimes as a social worker, sometimes offering help with errands, sometimes pretending to be sent by the local government. Once inside, she waited. Irina didn't have a signature weapon. Sometimes it was a hammer, sometimes an axe, sometimes whatever blunt objects she could find. She killed quickly, violently. Then she searched the apartment. The reward was usually small, a few thousand rubles, barely enough for groceries, but always enough for vodka. She wasn't killing for wealth. She was killing to survive her addiction. Irina often tried to erase her crimes. She turned on gas stoves, left irons burning on newspapers, lit candles near flammable materials. She hoped fires would destroy the evidence. Most of the time, it didn't. She left fingerprints everywhere. She was careless, but no one was looking for her. Year after year, elderly women were found murdered across the region. Police knew they were dealing with a serial killer, but they made a crucial mistake. They believed the killer had to be a man. The murders were too violent, too brutal. Even when witnesses reported seeing a woman near crime scenes, police dismissed it. They theorized it was a man disguised as a woman. Irena continued killing. For 8 years, she was invisible. By 2010, Irena had murdered at least 15 women, and she was becoming reckless. That year alone, she attacked multiple victims in rapid succession. Then came the mistake she couldn't undo. Irena attacked another elderly woman, but this time the victim fought back. She screamed. She resisted. Irena panicked and ran. The woman survived. For the first time, police had a living witness, and she was very clear. Her attacker was a woman. For the first time, police were forced to reconsider everything. Using the survivor's description, police created a composite sketch. It was posted all over town. People stared at it. Some recognized the face, but there was still a problem. Irena had never been arrested before. Her fingerprints weren't in any database. Once again, she seemed untouchable. That Samegier Irena murdered 3 women in 1 week, all on the same street. By now, the total was 16 victims. And still, she wasn't done. Her final victim would be different, and it would end everything. Her last victim was named Alexandra. Irena knew her personally. That meant no disguises, no fake social worker routine. Instead, Irena offered to help decorate Alexandra's apartment. Alexandra agreed. Irena arrived later that day. Inside the apartment, she attacked. She struck Alexandra with a blunt object, then drowned her in the bathtub. She took the money and left. But Alexandra had done something crucial. Earlier that day, Alexandra told her neighbor, "A woman named Irena is coming over." When police questioned the neighborhood, that name changed everything. They found Irena and arrested her. After 8 years of killing, she was finally caught. Irena confessed to every murder. She showed no remorse, no excuses, just addiction. Irena went to trial. She was found guilty. She was sentenced to about 20 years in prison. The reason shocked many. In Russia, women cannot receive life sentences, no matter how many people they kill. Men can. Women cannot. 16 elderly women murdered for vodka. This case forces a disturbing question. How many monsters go unnoticed because no one believes they exist? This has been Crime Line, and this story is a reminder. Sometimes the most terrifying killers don't hide in the shadows. They knock politely and wait to be invited inside.